Alright guys, this is the Toumei Q1. It's a brand new LCD mini projector that was released not too long ago. I'm really excited to try this out because I just love the design of this. I'm going to start off by giving you an unboxing whilst I'm telling you the key specifications of this. Let's go ahead and open this up. So we've got the power cable. We have a tripod. It's made of both aluminium alloy and plastic, so it is quite a heavy duty tripod. Remote control, let's open up here. You have the basic function buttons. You've got your power, home button, mouse, the menu buttons, volume, mute, back menu. It requires two AAA batteries that it doesn't come with, so you need to supply this yourself. Pretty standard remote control. Let's take a look at the projector itself. We have a user manual just there at the bottom with some alcoholic wipes just to clean the lenses. I'll just drop that back in. And those are the main things that come in the box, so you don't get a whole host of accessories. You don't have the HDMI cables or anything like that, so that's something to be aware of. At the time of this video, this projector is $179. Let's go ahead and take a look at the projector itself. This is a very nice grey fabric design, and I just love the color tones on this with the white and grey. Then you have this nice brown strap, which is a leather rubbery strap that's very easy to make it portable and carry wherever you like. There's no lens cap on top of this, which is why you need to make sure you maintain the cleanliness of the front lens. You've got yourself the infrared receiver just there at the front with the Toumei logo. At the back, let's take a look at the ports. So you've got your power port there, the HDMI port, infrared port at the back as well, which I think is good to have both on the front and the back depending on where you position the projector. It's always useful so that the remote control can always control everything you see on the screen. USB port, headphone out there for the jack, and the power button to turn the projector on. Now you have a focus wheel at the top there, which is manual, so it's very easy to control the focus with this. A lot of the manual focus ones that are on the sides of the projectors can be fiddly. Just having it at the top here I think is quite nice, and it's very easy to use. But this does have 4-corner keystone correction with both automatic and manual adjustments. So when I do set this up, I'm going to check to see how well the automatic keystone correction is, but I'll also show in the settings how you can manually adjust it via the 4 corners as well. Now this is a 1080p native projector, but you can upscale this to 4K content, giving you the most clarity in your videos and your streaming. Not only that, some of the other key features include this being compatible with both 2.4 and 5G dual band Wi-Fi, and then it does have Bluetooth capabilities to connect your headphones or even your mobile phones or anything else like external speakers to get the audio to come out separately. This also allows you to wirelessly stream to this device via Miracast, which I think is a great option if you wanted to directly stream anything from your phones. So let's go ahead and connect this to my screen, and I'll project it at around 100 inches, which I think is the ideal size, but you can get pretty much larger than that. I always recommend around the 120 mark is the ideal size, and for me 100 inches I think is going to be very clear to showcase to you guys in a demo how the video quality is on this. And I'm also going to be playing back some audio samples from my demo videos so you guys can hear how clear the audio comes from the two 5-watt speakers in this, which has a 16-core woofer built inside that. Do remember that when you are watching the demo video and audios, how I see and hear it will be slightly different to how you guys see and hear it, depending on if you're watching this on your phone, your laptop, your TV, or you're using headphones. I always recommend you do use headphones when you are listening to any audio reviews, but I'll give you a review at the end of the demo on how I found the entire content playback. So let's go ahead and set this up and see how it performs. Okay, let's go ahead and turn this on. Nice little music intro to load the menu settings. So here's the OS. Let's dive in a little bit more about what we see on the screen. Okay, so we have quite a few options here. The first one is the App Store option. Let's go into App Store. This is based on Android OS, and this is the Aptoide TV App Store. So this is where you'll be able to find the majority of your apps, so YouTube, Netflix, and all of your other favorite on-demand streaming apps you'll be able to download from here. Let's go back to the home. You'll see YouTube and Netflix are the main ones that are listed there because they are downloaded. Then you have File Explorer on the right hand side. This is quite a nice intuitive menu actually, and it is pretty clear. The auto keystone correction I think has done a good job, but I'll show you in a second how to adjust it manually if you want it to change how it looks on the screen. I've got the projector mounted on the tripod as well, just to showcase to you guys how that looks once it is mounted, because I find it a little bit easier to reposition it according to wherever I've placed it. Anyways, this is the file manager. Here you'll be able to see all of your photos, videos, music, and you can transfer files. So when you add a USB stick to the projector, this is where you can transfer everything onto the main storage of the projector, which actually has an internal 32 gigabyte of storage space. You can even download APKs and transfer them here and install the apps directly onto the projector when you've downloaded it from your laptop and you've transferred it via USB. So that's something quite useful if you guys do want to download any third-party applications. So going back to the home screen, along the bottom you have the user manual for the projector. If you attach a HDMI source, then this is where you'll be able to play it from. I can attach something like my Apple TV or an Amazon Fire Stick or Chromecast, whatever you like. Then you have local movie maker, where you can edit some video files and do a bit of editing via the projector. I wouldn't see myself using this that much, to be honest. I would use my own video editor for my movies, but it's an option there which could be quite nice. You've got your custom video player called MX Player, and you have the Google Play Store and a Chrome browser. Let's dive into the options on the left. So you have Mirrorcast here. If you have an Android phone that does allow casting to other devices, then that's very easy to do so. You just load it up and then you look for the device Q1, and then you can mirror your Android phone there. AirPlay, this is slightly different to what you guys probably assume as Apple AirPlay, because this is not the official Apple AirPlay. This one is actually called eShare. This allows you to connect your mouses, keyboards, gamepads, remote controls, or your laptops by just going to the web browser and going to that link that you see on the screen, and then you can connect to it wirelessly by just clicking on the eShare option once you have launched the eShare app. So this is a great way if you wanted to do some work presentations for business, for example, and just project it slightly bigger from your laptop directly, then this is a great way to mirror that. So this has multiple use cases. You can either stream your own content from your phones, or you can stream content from your laptops, or use your laptop for work and business and showcase it on a larger screen. So eShare is quite a good app to do that. So let's go into settings. So plenty of options here. You can set your network settings along the top. You also have the capabilities for Bluetooth, so you connect your speakers, your headsets, whatever it may be. Keystone. This is where you can set it to manual. If I select this, it can go to auto. If I go back to manual, I can readjust it by just changing the offset like so, whichever I think works best for my screen. So you can also change the projection settings depending on where you're mounting the projector, so via front, the rear, and both via the ceiling front and rear as well. If you'd like to zoom in, you can do a stepless zoom feature from here. Then you've got keytone, sound effects, and boot sound settings in there. I won't go into too much detail with all of these things, but if you guys want me to dive into a little bit more about any of these options, then do drop a comment down below. You've got a whole bunch of system settings. I'll just cycle through here. And then the general settings along the bottom for languages, background wallpapers, apps, and setting your time zone. So pretty standard settings, and this is quite a nice intuitive OS. There's a slight sound effect every time you press a button and cycle through the settings, which I think is quite nice. I think there may be an option to turn that off as well, but for me personally, I don't mind that. So now let's go ahead and play a demo video to you guys, and I want you guys to try and see what the video quality is like once I've darkened the room a lot more than it is right now, and to try and hear the audio quality from the speakers, and let me know what you guys think. So let me play a sample demo now, and if you do have headphones, I do recommend you use them. So there you have it, guys. That was a very clear picture for me. That video was in 4K, so I did try to upscale it as much as I can. It was super sharp, so even though I am in a darkened room, it was so clear that, you know, I can really see all of the colors and even some of the deep blacks in the video. Pretty impressive with the size of this projector being a very portable projector itself. Even as you can see from the clips here, it's very detailed and there's not really any color washing or any fading. I feel like it's performed very well in every type of content that I've played. The audio quality for me personally, I think was quite punchy for the size of the projector. Even though it is 5-watt speakers, I feel like it's done a very good job to be able to, you know, illuminate the room with the sound that's needed to enjoy whatever content you're watching. Ideally, I'd still recommend using headphones to get the best experience, or if you want to connect via Bluetooth and use maybe a sound bar, then I think that will be the best way to get the best audio for the type of videos you're watching, just to make this the ultimate, you know, home cinematic experience. And just to show you a bit of variety, I've now connected the HDMI cable and I've got my Apple TV connected with this as well. So I'm just going to now change the source under HDMI. And there we have my Apple TV and ready to start browsing content directly from here. So that was a very quick and easy way to do that, and of course it's so much nicer to have the option to set up your own devices and just use that, because you're probably logged into a lot of apps already, and I think that's quite convenient. So I can browse YouTube from here, I can use Netflix and Disney Plus, so many different options. So for me personally, I've just felt like this is the ideal home solution. If you are on the market for a brand new projector, definitely check out the Toumei Q1. I think the design of this, along with the intuitive UI, the fact that it's so easy to set up, I had no problems with this. It's portable, you can take it with you, and it's quite minimal design. You don't get a whole bunch of additional cables and accessories. It just gives you the options to set it up however you like. Having the tripod attached to the 1/4" thread underneath and just repositioning it at the perfect angle, that for me is much nicer than having a tiny kickstand that most projectors do that sit very flat on desks. So to position it, I think for me it's one of the easiest that I've had from all my projector reviews in the past. So if you guys are interested, I have a playlist of all my projector reviews that I've put in the description of this video down below. But do check out the Toumei Q1. It's $179. If you guys have any other questions on the capabilities of this, do drop a comment down below and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. If you do like the look of this projector and how it's performed, then do give this video a thumbs up. I've got new videos out every week. I review projectors all the time as well. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of those ones, and I will catch you guys at the next one. Take care.